Nomad Cosmetics Royal Europe review and the Nomad Cosmetics formula in general. How does it wear? How does it stay? Is it pigmented enough? And 2 looks with it. I also did get this palette in a very specific way. I didn't just buy it, but more on that later in the video. I'll keep it real with you guys. I'm just woken up, but because we want to test the Nomad Cosmetics Royal Europe palette, how it wears throughout the day, the first thing I wanted to do was my eyeshadow and finish the rest of my makeup later and have my breakfast and all the stuff like that. The palette is absolutely intact so far. I have not touched it yet, so this is going to be the first of the first impressions. I have applied the eye primer on my top and bottom lids. It will be matching this dress right here. I'm more drawn towards the multichromes, but I want to test the mattes too. I want a darker, deeper shade. Seems really pigmented so far. And it's not super convenient because I'm sitting on the floor actually in my son's room, because this place just happens to have a natural lighting that is currently really not pigmented, huh? That is pigmented. Shall I zoom in? Okay, me likey. And I'm just gonna leave that for the outer corner. Maybe even add a little bit to the lower lid. And just draw a little bit to the top. Something like this. We do have a little bit of fallout, but not a lot. But keep in mind, I'm not the person that knocks off the excess eyeshadow. I'm too lazy for that. Let's blend it a little bit. Okay, it blends well. It blends well, guys. I'm blending it right into the skin because here on top I already don't have a primer. And it blends super well. Yes, yes, Nomad Cosmetics has super blendable mattes. Let's now test the multichromes. Let's go for this one called St. Edward's Crown, and it shifts from a very vibrant royal blue to the non-less royal purple. Almost feels like a crime to touch those embossments because they're so beautiful. Okay, let's try to apply it with a brush. I don't know, maybe it's best to use a finger. No, the brush is enough. Oh my goodness. Look. This is so pigmented. This glides on so beautifully. I believe you're seeing blue in the camera right now, and here in the mirror I'm seeing purple. This is so fun. Oh my god. Let me try to show you. Now let's try to blend this a little too with the brush. I feel like the mattes blend even better. But this blends nicely too. This blends okay. The embossments is dirty, you guys. See, they're still here. And last but not least, for the eyeshadow, we're gonna try this. A royal orb will go onto... Let's try it onto the lower lid. Once again, using a brush. Let's see how it works with this one. Ooh, beautiful. Like, honestly, when I was taking it on the brush, I'm like, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's not going to be pigmented, but look at this. Huh? I'm not so sure if you can see the shift yet. Maybe on this eye you can see the shift even better. So this one shifts from blue to purple, and this one from lime green to teal to emerald green, something like that. I'll also show you the shift better when I have the look completely ready, which is gonna happen in maybe like a couple of hours after I do some work from home and also get ready to get out of here. And it's now 13:30, which you might say, how is that morning? However, for me it is, because I usually work all night. So let's see how this goes throughout the day. And here's the final look. You can definitely see the multichromes better in this light. See the sparks of magenta in the mirror, but mostly here in this lighting it looks purple. I think this is such a pretty look. Let's see the other one. Before we go to the second look, if you liked the first one, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And we're starting right now. You might hear some rustling because this is my houseplant over here, and not many houseplants survive with me, okay, but this one does for years, so we need to respect him. Start with the Buckingham Palace this time. I still want to keep the look simple, so we're going for one matte again and a couple of multichromes, but in a slightly different way this time. And I won't fill in the corners, just blend right away. Now the royal treasure that shifts to green. I mean, the shift is real. Let's do this with a flash. Let's try at least. You can definitely see the green. There is the shift. The lighting just isn't the best for camera today, but I can definitely see the shift in the mirror even without the flash. And before we go to the next stage, we're gonna do some eyeliner. You'll see why. The only sad thing about using these palettes is that these embossments are going away. Anyway, let's use the Bleu de France. It's Bleu de France. We are going to use this one on top of the eyeliner. See, it shifts from teal, like bright teal, to purple. Oh. And we are just going to tap it onto the eyeliner first. So here you can see the shift acting on a blurple base, and let's now do it without the base. Put it on the lower lid. It's funny, you see the teal right here right now, and in the mirror I see it as magenta. Let's go all the way in and put a little bit of Imperial Crown right here. I don't know what will happen. Maybe it's a little too dark. Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe you have a deeper skin tone. I feel like it might make a really nice highlighter. I mean, it's not bad, but a highlighter should be lighter than your skin, right? But it was fun to try, and no, we're not done with the multichromeness in this look yet. I bet you know where another multichrome is going, right? The Royal Orb one. Obviously on the lips. Ooh, shiny. You can even apply it with your finger for more drama. Yeah, I definitely like the drama version. And know a little about how I got this Nomad Cosmetics Royal Europe palette. I was actually selected by Nomad Cosmetics for their Starfish program, and I was sent this palette for free. If you don't know what the Starfish program is, they have it in their story highlights in the gram. It's super interesting, and what I absolutely love about it, that we're going to be spreading beauty not just outside, but also positivity, which is something that beauty community sometimes desperately needs. And I'm so honored that I was trusted to do that. Hopefully, guys, I'm succeeding. Let me know in the comments if I am or I'm not. And of course, your thoughts on this palette. That's all good, you might say, but will it last on oily lids? That's a very good question. Let's see. And right now it's 17 o'clock, so it's been 3.5 hours while I was working here and getting ready. This seems to be holding up pretty nicely, which is already a good result. Like, I'm not sure if this is a slight creasing I see here. We'll see how it goes. The particles in the pigment are pretty large, so it might be just slight flaws of this application. In any case, 3.5 hours is already not bad for me. That's all. That already means I can wear it for like videos and photo shoots. It's now 18:45, and I'm happy to say this was not creasing, because had it been creasing, it would have gone worse. Instead, pretty much have the same situation. I guess I just maybe distributed the pigment a bit unevenly. The testing continues. It's 21:30, so it's been over 8 hours, which is a lot for eyeshadow and for my oily eyelids. And it has just started creasing a little bit here. I think you can definitely see this crease. But even here, it's still okay. Here, no more than it was, so I think this is an application flaw after all. It's 23:40 now, so over 10 hours, probably the longest wear test I've done, and let's take a look. It creases ever so slightly here and here, and a little bit here, and that after 10 hours, which is miraculous. So I think these eyeshadows really last well, and oh my god, my face is so oily, it desperately needs a wash. I'm gonna take this off right now, and I have a whole network ahead of me, so I think this deserves a like, doesn't it? So there's just not a single thing wrong with this palette, and the only thing I would like to point out, just as a personal preference, that these multichromes right here, they're more on the metallic and slightly shimmery side, rather than super sparkly, dazzling multichrome side. So that's just, you know, to point out whichever your personal preference is. And if you want to see more reviews on makeup products like this one, check out this playlist. And I'll meet you there. Bye!